one of the things that I know a lot of people are struggling with, including myself, is that we simply don't know what exactly we want to do. So I am someone that very much believes in doing the things that simply belong to you, that come naturally to you, that you really want to do. Because if there's something that you really want to do, you don't need any motivation, or you don't need any drive. You don't have to motivate yourself to get out of bed. You don't have to motivate yourself to pursue that certain thing. If you're really deep down inside of yourself want it, and if you are trying to obtain certain goals that you don't really want, like materialistic items or things that other people want, which simply aren't yours, aren't coming naturally to you, aren't coming from your spirit, then that is basically the case why I believe at least people burn out, because they have to force themselves every day to do something that they simply don't want to do, that doesn't come naturally to them. Also the case why people get stressed, why people get burned out, where people simply cannot find any motivation to come out of bed, because we are pursuing things that don't come naturally to us, that our spirit doesn't want to have, deep down inside of ourselves, that we don't want to have. And when I tell other people that, or when I look at it for myself, in my own situation, one of the things that we all struggle with, or at least a lot of people struggle with, is that we don't know what exactly that thing is that we really want. And somehow, somewhere, I think that we all have an idea of what we want, or at least a direction of where we want to go. But I think that if you are, or at least if we are going in a certain direction that is the wrong direction, then we have to take, or have to go all the way back to the beginning, to our fundamentals, and from there out find out whichever way to go. So if you are in a situation, or if I am in a situation that just doesn't belong to me, that doesn't make me feel good, it isn't that simple to just go in another direction. Think about, for example, our jobs. We have maybe you have children, or you have a mortgage or rent to pay. You cannot simply just quit your job. You could, but I can understand very well that you don't just simply quit your job and pursue all kinds of things and go in all kinds of different directions. So the problem, at least in my opinion, is the fact that it just takes a lot of time, and you have to be patient, and you have to take your time and walk, take the steps that you need to take toward. That could mean simply, firstly, walking back, trying at least to maintain a fundamental position where you have some time to think and explore different things, some silence around you where you can simply think for yourself. Because that's, in many cases, I think the biggest part is that we have too much things going on, too much things to focus on. We are only occupying ourselves with television and other things, which is fine. But if you are doing so, that means that you don't have any time or any silence to really sit down and think for yourself. So I think that's the first step. That's at least also what helped me, what I have done. What I have done, for example, was when I was training for marathons, training for triathlons, I didn't have any music in my ears, or didn't listen to a podcast or whatever. I just had complete silence. And that's something that really helped me to at least get back to the basics and have some time and be in a position or in a situation where I have some time to think. And from there on out, I really don't think there are many things you can do. The only thing I know of, at least, is to just try a whole bunch of shit. Just do many different things. Try, explore that. Go in that direction. Waste time there. Waste money there. It's basically not waste at a certain point. But the more things you explore, the more things you try to do. That's the only way I know of to find out what the things are that do come naturally to you. Pick up a book, read it, read 3 pages. If you have to focus too much, throw it away. It just isn't for you. But if you are reading a book and you cannot stop reading, then that is the thing for you. And then you come at a certain point where you have to set yourself apart from everyone's opinion, because people will always have an opinion or an opinion about your life and about your choices. So you have to tell everybody. I don't care if it's your wife, your husband, your parents, your children. You have to simply say, okay, this is the thing for me and this is the thing that I'm going to pursue because it comes naturally to me and I enjoy doing it. And there's nothing else that matters. And that is at least how I have come in the situation where I'm currently in and what I'm also trying to explore. Yes, of course, it's not that black and white. You have, of course, take into consideration the opinions from the people around you, the people that you care about. But to a certain degree, you also have to be rational enough to also be able to say no to somebody if they are telling you to do something or to quit something that you enjoy to do, because they have their own opinions. I'm always talking about the difference, or at least I don't know if I'm always talking about it, but I'm always thinking about the difference in generations, because many people all have different life experiences. So if somebody has a certain life experience that you don't have, you cannot experience and interpret that things the way they are doing it, because you don't have the same life experiences, you don't have the same feelings because of them, you don't have the same knowledge. So the conclusion or the point that I want to make about finding the things that come naturally to you, the things that you want to do, the things that you get you up in the morning, by just do as much as possible. And maybe you think you are wasting time, but there's no wasting time. There's no wasting time. And you can also not be mad about yourself, thinking that you have done the wrong things in the past, because all the things that you've done have brought you to the situation that you're currently in. So let's say, for example, that you have a child now, you have a son or you have a daughter, and you think to yourself, if I had done something in a different way, if I've done that, if I didn't do that, you cannot, all those things together have put you in the place that you're currently in. So if you haven't done that, if you didn't waste time there, if you didn't make a mistake in that situation, you wouldn't be in the same place that you're currently at. And that could even mean that you don't necessarily have your child, your son or your daughter. So think about, at least I try to think about these things when I tell myself that I wished I had done things differently, but if I had done things differently, everything was differently, so maybe I wouldn't even be in the situation that I'm currently in. So that is what I am trying to do actively, try to be aware of every time that I don't know exactly what it is, if I'm going in the right direction. If there is a chance, I'm just trying to take it and I just go with it and see what it brings me. Let us know about yours. If you have other experiences, share them with me. It would be very much appreciated. And for now, again, thank you very much for listening.